So you fix your titles, you've improved your thumbnails, you've done everything the experts say to do, but YouTube still won't push your videos. Let's break down the real reasons why this happens and how to fix it. Because the truth is, you can make great videos, but if YouTube doesn't understand who they're for, it won't take the risk of pushing them out. Until the system sees consistent, predictable results, you stay stuck in testing while other videos pass you by. Reason number one, YouTube doesn't reward effort, it rewards match quality. You can have a solid hook, a beautiful thumbnail, you can have perfect editing, and you're still gonna get nowhere. YouTube isn't judging the effort or time that you spent, it's judging whether the right viewers click and they keep watching. It doesn't matter how clean the production looks if it never lands in front of the people who care about the topic. So good content in the wrong feed dies fast, and the algorithm moves on before your real audience ever has a chance to react. Because YouTube's job isn't to push good videos, it's to push relevant videos that hold attention from a specific audience. When you upload, YouTube doesn't know who your video's for yet. It runs small tests to different types of viewers. If those early people don't respond, not because your video is bad, but because they aren't the right viewers, YouTube stops pushing it before it even reaches the right audience. So the first goal isn't going viral, it's teaching YouTube exactly who your ideal viewer is through repeated clear signals. Okay, reason number two, you're still in the exploration phase. So every video starts in testing. YouTube is figuring out who's clicking, who's watching, and what else they watch. It finds a clear pattern and then it pushes it harder. If not, it keeps you in limited testing. You're not being ignored, the system just hasn't found your match yet. This is where most creators quit, because it feels like the platform doesn't care, when in reality, it's still collecting data. Your job is to give enough evidence across multiple uploads so it connects the dots faster next time. Clarity always beats complexity. Make your videos easy to categorize. That's when you get out of testing and into growth quicker. Use consistent titles, visuals, and tone so that the algorithm sees a clear thread between your videos. When YouTube recognizes that pattern, it trusts you faster and starts to open your reach automatically. That's when the point of impressions climb and you finally see momentum build on its own. Okay, reason number three, early viewer feedback was too weak. Even a few hundred impressions can decide everything. So if click-through rate or watch time drops, YouTube backs off fast. High clicks that crash early mean disappointment. Average watch time with wild swings means confusion. Mixed comments send mixed signals. YouTube reads all of that as risky. It only takes a handful of bad early signals to make the system stop testing your video altogether. So you're not failing, it's just that YouTube is risk averse and always favors predictable results over potential. So it pauses distribution until stronger signals show up. If that sounds harsh, it's because it is. So the fix isn't luck or guessing, it's analyzing your first 24 hours to see exactly where viewers drop off or they stop clicking. So that data shows what part of the promise or delivery didn't connect, so you can adjust in the next upload. So each improvement builds stability, and stable data earns trust faster than inconsistent spikes ever will. So reason number four, you're targeting topics that YouTube can't categorize. So YouTube runs on patterns. If your title and visuals don't clearly fit a known topic, it's gonna hesitate to recommend your video. So when you mix subjects or tone, it confuses the classifier. To fix that, just use consistent topic language so that YouTube instantly knows your lane. And then think of it as labeling shelves. If your videos fit multiple aisles, the system doesn't know which viewer shelf to put them on. So the clearer the label, the faster it can match your content to the right people and start pushing with confidence. So once it recognizes your category, it finds the right viewers faster. So that's how you move from being ignored to being tested. You don't need to narrow your creativity. You just need to keep a consistent theme in phrasing and in presentation. That consistency doesn't limit you. It accelerates the algorithm learning curve, so once it knows exactly where you belong, it can promote you automatically when those viewers log on. Reason number 5. So your click-through rate, your retention, and your satisfaction loop isn't aligned. And YouTube doesn't just track CTR or watch time, it measures how the promise and delivery line up. So if your video doesn't confirm what the title offered, then people are going to drop off instantly. So make the first 30 seconds prove that they're in the right place. So deliver the value immediately, not 2 minutes later, because early clarity decides if the algorithm keeps testing you. When the first half of your video locks attention, the second half has the freedom to go deeper without losing viewers. Each video is one full cycle of click, watch, and satisfaction. And if one piece breaks, the whole system resets. So you need to review your intros, your pacing, and your endings to make sure they all reinforce the same expectation. If you promise a fix, then you show proof fast. If you promise a story, then you deliver one clearly and cleanly. So reason number 6, your timing and the competition are off. So sometimes your video is great, but a bigger one drops the same week. So YouTube pushes theirs and yours gets buried. It's not personal. It's just how attention and supply demand works, because the system always favors the higher data performer. If your upload lands right behind a viral hit in the same category, your metrics are going to suffer because simply from viewer fatigue. So spacing your content slightly after bigger releases helps you ride the tail of traffic instead of fighting it. So if your competition produces a video or releases one on Tuesday, then you probably should wait till Thursday. And so watch your niche calendar. So you need to upload after a big wave cools, and then you can avoid stacking your upload on peak competition days. So that timing difference of even 24 hours can change the scale of your test. So fewer competing impressions means that your first sample has more room to breathe and perform naturally. So give your video the best chance to collect clean data before the next big wave. So reason number 7. So you haven't built channel trust yet. YouTube trusts consistency. If your uploads target the same audience, it's going to test you longer and it's going to push you wider to that audience. So if your content jumps around, YouTube limits exposure, and then you have to prove reliability through steady viewer patterns. So consistency isn't just schedule, it's theme, tone, and structure that helps the algorithm predict outcomes. So once it can forecast how your next video will perform, then it starts giving you bigger testing batches by default. Channel trust comes from repetition and watch history overlap between videos. When the same type of viewer finishes one video and moves to another on your channel, then YouTube locks in that relationship. It's proof that your audience is real, engaged, and connected, not random or one-time clicks. That's how authority is built on YouTube, through predictable satisfaction across multiple uploads. So reason number 8, YouTube did push it, but the test failed fast. So many creators miss this. So this system may give you a small, quick push, and then it'll turn it off. So you never see this in real time because it doesn't quite show it in analytics. It does, it makes you think you are seeing it in real time at the beginning, but it's a lie because it wasn't ignored, it just didn't pass the first test. Sometimes your video had only a few minutes of exposure before YouTube decided to pause distribution. So those invisible micro tests explain why a video can suddenly stop getting impressions even with solid stats. So you want to check real-time analytics the first few hours after upload to see how fast impressions rise and stall. So if it drops abruptly, then that was likely your test window closing. Instead of guessing, study those patterns so you can fix the weakest metric on the next run. So reason number 9, the emotion at the end didn't lead anywhere good. So metrics mean nothing if viewers leave the platform. When they close YouTube, your reach dies. End every video with a handoff, so guide them to the next one. That tells YouTube you keep sessions alive. So a clean connection between videos makes the system see you as a continuous path, not a dead end. So this is how YouTube decides which creators help viewers stay longer, and those are the ones that it rewards. And the moment you start to do this well, you are going to take off for sure. So link to your next video verbally or on the screen, and in the end card, every extra click from one of your videos to another multiplies your session time. So that signal carries more weight than likes or comments because it shows long-term value. Okay, reason number 10, the system isn't against you. It's just indifferent until you prove yourself. So YouTube prioritizes predictability, not pity. Once your videos hold attention for a specific audience, you stop being invisible. One strong pattern can change everything. The algorithm doesn't care about potential, it cares about patterns that repeat over and over. That's why the moment you prove consistency, it remembers your channel and tests you bigger next time. This is where momentum starts. This is where you start to break out. So once YouTube trusts your viewer data, every new upload gets faster testing and better placement. So that advantage compounds. So the more predictable you become, the less effort you need to get discovered. The key isn't luck or timing, it's control over your own viewer behavior data. When that's locked in, growth stops feeling random and finally becomes repeatable. So here's how you fix it. Post 5 videos back to back that are tightly related. Use proven titles and thumbnails. Say who the video's for in the first 15 seconds so viewers know that they're in the right place. Make each one lead directly to the next. So when YouTube sees people watching that chain, it finally understands your audience. So that's when it starts to push you and when the effort you've been putting in finally starts paying off.